Hello and welcome to Unit 9, Civil Rights Vietnam in the 60s. Now, you probably need to check, but there's a very good chance that your parents were born or lived through part of Unit 9. So you have a virtually endless supply of help for this unit. So this unit is divided into four units. The first unit we're going to discuss is civil rights. Okay, so let's talk about civil rights. What are civil rights? The 14th Amendment, passed after the end of the Civil War, says that everybody has equal protection under the laws. And for the most part, that's been true in most parts of the country. However, in the American South, which are the 15 states of the South, black people, African Americans, have been discriminated against since the Civil War. And the Civil Rights Movement is a response to a court case. It's been brewing a long time. But it's a response to the court case Brown versus Board of Education, which struck down the case of Plessy versus Ferguson. See, Brown versus Board of Education of Topeka, Kansas says that there is no such thing as separate but equal. And it ordered the immediate desegregation of schools, government buildings, all public areas in all of the states. And the South said, no way. And the federal government said, oh, yes way, and began to forcibly desegregate the South. And many of you all of you now have been in classes that are black, white, Latino, all sorts, girls, boys, and that's the fruit of the civil rights movement. We're going to learn about people like Medgar Evers and Martin Luther King, and we're going to learn about people like Malcolm X, and we're going to learn about all sorts of civil rights pioneers and leaders who said, look, we're not going to live in a society that's racially segregated anymore. So that's a big deal. The next thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about government actions throughout the 60s and 70s that brought about more equality and justice. In our third concept, we're going to start talking about, for real now, not just, we're actually talk about the nuts and bolts of Vietnam and what's going on there and why that we're there and what we're doing and what we're trying to do and how it fits in with the Cold War. And then finally, we're going to talk about us leaving Vietnam. Vietnam is not a victory for us. Vietnam is a defeat and a victory for the communists. And we learned a lot of lessons that were very hard to learn in Vietnam. And they have a major impact today on everything America does, especially with the military. So this is an interesting unit. I know we're getting near the end, but we need you to stick with us and buckle down because Unit 9 is important and it has a lot of impact. And you have a lot of resources around you to help you learn about this unit. So make use of those, not just your teacher. Talk to your family and folks. When we do something on Vietnam, it's a good likelihood that somebody in your family or somebody your family knows fought in Vietnam. That's a pretty big deal. Good luck, and I wish you all the best. You're going to do great. Bye.